let me ask you this. Starting out in ministry, what were some of the things that you were too concerned about when you first started out in ministry? And these are things that took decades for you to figure out that you needed to be more concerned about as you pastored your congregations.
Your turn to go first.
Well, let me give just really one concrete example because I think it'll be helpful to people who may struggle. I don't think I understood for about 30 years that Jesus' radical command to gouge your eye out because of lust and Paul's command to work out your salvation with fear and trembling should apply with equal violence to non-sexual sins. So I learned early on that as a young man, lust in your head and in your body and the temptations to act it out in pornography or worse had to be killed the way Jesus said so. He just said, if your eye causes you to sin, tear it out. I mean, that's crazy radical. Use a screwdriver, and your eyeball comes out. I mean, that's crazy language, right? That's about as violent as you can get. So go after lust that way. Now, I got that as a young man, and I think I did it. I've never committed fornication. I've never cheated on my wife. I fight any temptation to look at anything inappropriate, and I fight with violence. Now, that was a given, and I hope it's a given in this room. That's what he said. Do that. Better to go to heaven with one eye than to go to hell with two eyes. And you're going to go to hell if you give in to lust. That's what he said. Why? Why did it take me until 2010, give or take, to learn you can do the same with self-pity, John Piper? You can do the same with anger. You can do the same with sullenness. So I get these habitual sins ruining my marriage for years, making life hard for me, for her. And I had this passive notion about sanctification with regard to that kind of sin. Like the only way you fight that kind of sin is by getting happy in Jesus, and the expulsive power of a new affection pushes it out. Wasn't working. Whereas the Bible says that, by all means that, and then it says kill it. Kill it. Be killing sin or it will be killing you. Take the same screwdriver to your self-pity. So, for some reason, in 2010, I thought, work out your salvation with fear and trembling doesn't just apply to lust. Fear and trembling applies to you walk in the house, your wife and daughter are having a really happy time looking at some girl show on the computer. And you came home expecting to be welcomed and treated with some acknowledgement that I'm here and having a pleasant evening together, and they barely look up. Guys, this is where the rubber meets the road in terms of ego and sin. And so I know the sequence of sins that follow at that moment. Self-pity, anger, withdrawal, sullenness, and everything goes bad in the family. That's my problem. That's not their problem. That's my problem. So, I walk in, it happens, and I see it coming. Like it's like lust, you see it coming. And you take hold of the sword of the Spirit and you say, you're not going to win this one. And I smile. Now you might think that's fake. Well, it was a little bit. I smile, I greet him like everything's just fine, even though you're paying no attention to me at all. And I go upstairs and I get down on my knees and I fight like hell to kill that sin. Actually, like heaven to kill that sin. I fight until it's dead. It's dead. And I can go downstairs a new man, loving my family, not feeling self-pity. So it took me a long time. Now that's not just pastoring, but it really messed me up, I think, a lot. And I hope that I hope I'm a better husband, a better father in the last 14 years or so than I was before. That's one example of something that took me a long time to learn.